Right. So it's going to go to my browser, right? And basically what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you've logged in, okay? So when you go to myfitnesspal.com, and bear in mind you can do it on your app as well. You can download the app for MyFitnessPal. It's all free. You can pay for premium. I don't really know what the benefits are of premium, but I'll just show you. So with free, you get the daily calorie goal and all this stuff. And then with the premium, I don't know how much it costs. I'm assuming if there's a trial, it'll probably be like $10 or whatever a month. I wouldn't bother with premium. It's up to you if you want to do it. So you get like the nutrient dashboard, food analysis. Oh, I'll open the chat thing as well. One sec. Show me the chat. Oh, one sec. I'll just have to flick back and forth to see the chat because it's not showing us for some reason. So basically, you get all of this stuff, all right, if you pay for premium. I've never paid for premium, all right? There's no point. If you want to go more in depth, then that's fine. I just wouldn't bother, okay? So going back to how it works, I like it on desktop because it's a little bit more easy to control, but you can do it on your phone. The benefits of using MyFitnessPal on your phone is that you can actively scan stuff. So you have the barcode scanner and stuff like that that you can use on there, all right? So let me go on to my thing here. So just bear with us. Where is it? Okay, so when you log in, all right, I've not used it for ages, but when you log in, okay, if you're on desktop, you'll obviously go through the login process, then you'll log in and you'll basically you'll be brought to this screen first of all right? So when you're in this screen, if you've never used it before, the first thing you need to do is you need to put in your goals. Okay, now here's my recommendations based on your goals. You don't really need to touch anything else, okay? Bear in mind when you first set it up, it'll ask for things like your body weight and a few other little bits and bobs. Just put them in basically what it asks for. But then the main thing that you do once you've put in the basic details and your account's set up good to go and you're on this page here, is you go to goals, okay? And on the app, it's exactly the same. You just go down to the bottom right, click the three dots, go into goals, and then go through and set that. Okay, so when it comes to MyFitnessPal, you don't need to worry about logging your workouts. Don't worry about logging your water unless you're desperately wanting to log your water or, well, fluid intake. I just wouldn't bother. If you are having high calorie drinks or drinks with a lot of calories in them, like if you're having a couple of drinks in the weekend, if you want to be crazy and you want to log them, that's fine. Same as if you're having like a lot of fruit juice through the day and you want to make sure that's part of your total calorie intake, which you should technically do if you're drinking. I don't like the term high fat because it doesn't make sense for drinks unless it's milk. But any sort of carbohydrate-based drinks are things like energy drinks, regular pops, so like regular Coke, lemonade, etc. Then do log them, okay? But other than that, don't worry about logging water and stuff. Just log the calories. So when you are in, okay, and you click on goals, first of all, once you've done your basic setup, the next thing you need to do is you need to click on daily nutrition goals. So the calorie stuff, all right, it'll give you, because you'll go through and it'll ask you goals. It'll ask like, how much do you weigh? How much do you want to weigh? How much do you want to lose a week, etc. Okay, it'll give you a general guideline for calories. Alternatively, if you want to do your own calories, I'll show you that separately. But let's just say, for example, you had already put your weight in and how much you want to lose, and then the app dictates how many calories you can have, then it'll show up here. Then once you've done that, I like to use the following split, as they call it. So the following macronutrient split. So I like 40% protein, 40% carbs, and 20% fat. Not because fat's bad, okay, but what this naturally forces you to do when you are using the app and when you start tracking calories, if this is something you want to do, if you want to become more in depth with the nitty gritty, then it basically is going to prohibit you from eating naturally high calorie foods, because a lot of food that you'll eat is generally high calorie because the fat content is high. Okay, so 1 gram of fat has 9 calories versus carbs and protein, which has 4 calories. So it doesn't take much fat to really ramp your calories up. Also, keeping your carbs high means you can really pack out your meals with a lot of food. Keeping your protein high means that you're going to be having a lot of protein, which has got all the other benefits. I'm not going to rattle through benefits of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. You can see the basics on exactly what you need to know in the member site. My link for it is here and also here because there's two different sites. So yeah, you can go through the Nutrition 101 side of things and have a look at them. In fact, I'll just go on it. So I'll go on here. So ignore this because you don't see this. This is the back end of the site, okay? So I'll just show you as an example. I'll just go on any one, it doesn't matter. So you get logged in. Oh God. Okay, so this is to see, you should all be in here. There should be no excuses, okay? Everyone should be starting to go through this stuff. So once you've watched this one, which is a simple nutrition system, you need to start learning about nutrition, okay? So I'll talk through everything on hydration, macronutrients, micronutrients, what they are, why they are what they are. Then obviously you've got like the benefits and pros and cons, basically protein, carbohydrates, fats, supplements, hydration. Then of course you've got your meal plans, shopping lists, recipes, etc., all in there, okay? So all this stuff here is what you need to learn. If you haven't done it already, if you haven't gone through them, you need to go through those before you do anything on here, because otherwise you won't have a clue about why you're doing it, okay? This is why the member site's done this way, so that you get educated on the foods. So instead of blindly following a plan, instead you can be an adult about it and make long-term changes as opposed to just following something, because that's why everyone goes backwards. You can follow any diet, okay, and it'll work. No one is that special that a diet won't work for them. The problem is that if there is no education aspect involved, I'm going on a tangent here, but if there's no education aspect involved, which is why I feel like what I do is different to what most people do. If there's no education aspect involved, the moment you stop that, your progress that you've made is pretty much stopped because you don't know what you're doing, okay? So like I said, go into the member site, you need to learn all this stuff. It's hugely important. And look, it's like 15, 20, 28. It's like 40 minutes of your time to learn about something that you put in your body for the rest of your life, okay? It's 40 minutes, it's not a big deal. You can bang through all of those at the time you'd usually be scrolling through on your phone, etc., doing whatever you do at night or when you're on the toilet, okay? Or you can even listen to them, right? When you play them, they'll go into full screen mode sometimes.
Okie.
And yeah, you can basically listen as you're doing stuff, right? So you don't even have to watch, but there is obviously diagrams as you go through as well. I'll show you different diagrams and etc. on how it works, all right? Anyway, digressing. So once you've done that, macronutrients, I really like it to be 40%, 40%, 20%. So this is if you want to track stuff. So once you've set your goals and you've done your calories to either what you calculate to do, which I'll show you how to do that, or if you use the app and allow the app to predetermine your calories, then they'll be there. Once you've done that, you're going to go to your home. If it loads. Come on. Oh, it was just super fast. Ah, there we go. What? Ah, yeah. Also, you can do your check-ins and stuff as well. It's slightly different on the app, but you can essentially put your body weight in. You can put any measurements that you want as well. So you can track all your measurements on there too if you want to go paperless instead of logging it manually. Right, so this is how you log your food. All right, so you'll be taken to your home page here. Like I said, don't worry about adding exercise and stuff, but you can see an overall thing here of what you've achieved thus far. To log your actual food, how it works is, again, you'll have your total calories down at the bottom here, and you'll have the calories, carbs, fats, protein, sodium. Don't worry too much about it unless you've got hypertension, okay, so high blood pressure, and sugar. If you're super in on tracking your sugar, then again, that'll be there. But the main thing is just focus on these four here, okay? So your overall calories, your carbs, fats, and proteins. And then as you start logging foods, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second, it'll start taking it from here, okay? So it'll show you your daily goal and then your remaining amounts. So it'll tell you exactly how many calories you have remaining, so you can plan your meals, your weeks in advance if you want to. Or if you're like me, you'll probably cycle 2 different types of day. So you'll have one day, which is, call it meal plan A, and then you'll have day 2, which will be like meal plan 2, okay? And you'll just go like A, B, A, B, A, B, or if you're super boring, which I do this quite a lot as well, I'll just eat the same thing every day until I get sick of it, then I'll make changes, which makes it easy to log because you know you don't have to go on this all the time and log stuff. You just put it in, eat the same thing, get bored, log some new stuff, make up new meals, put it in, eat them until you're bored, and then go back to the other one. And just alternate as you sort of lose weight or whatever your goal is at this point. Okay, so let's go through and add some breakfast foods. So when you come on, okay, if you have a load of foods that you've already ate before, it'll show you your existing foods. So the foods that you've used before. So for example, the last time I used this, I even tracked some cocktail sausages. I had 4 cocktail sausages because I was being super anal about everything. But you'll see as well, so like 2 scoops of protein dynamics, okay, so whey protein powder, and I can just click that and it'll go straight into my meal when you click add checked. So let's say, for example, if I was fasting, okay, my first meal of the day when I'm fasting would always be a protein shake and fruit. If you want to learn about this, go to here, go on here. This is all about the fasting side of things and why I like it and why the benefits are so good about it. No, it's not a fad. It says fad diets on that. Okay, so, oh, wrong thing. Okay, so I'm going to add these in and basically start creating my meal plan super quickly, okay? So these are things that I've had already. So I know that I would have 2 apples, all right? And then I'd have 2 scoops of whey protein. And I'll just click add. There we go. I've just added 1 meal there, okay? So that'll be my first fasting meal. Then, like I said before, it started removing it from the bottom, so you know that you have this amount of calories left. This is how many you've had so far. So 308 calories, 38 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat, 38 grams of protein. And then don't worry about these 2, all right? Just focus on the main ones. It'll show you your remaining after that as well. So let's do lunch as well. This is how fast it can be. So when people say I don't have time to track it, if you didn't have me waffling on, you could do this in about 5 minutes. That's why I like desktop as well, because it's so fast. So let's add in lunch. So again, I'll go through the ones that I've used before. Let's say I have a bit of mayo. I have like 3 boiled eggs. I don't count salad stuff, all right? So green, like leafy greens, I won't put that in there. But I'll just throw together like a meal. Oh, layered chocolate egg, nice. What have I got there? In fact, let's take them off. Let's have spaghetti. And with my spaghetti, I'm going to have what am I going to have? In fact, I'll just start searching. So let's say I had 200 grams of lean mince. Okay. So lean beef mince. Okay, so I can search for that. All right, so I've got that there. Let's say I have 2 servings. So I have 2 servings, add food to diary. Okay, so that's in there. And I'll just add more food. Let's say I had that with a jar. So I'll say like, is that Dolmio? Is that right? That'll do. Bolognese sauce. And then a 400 gram jar. So let's say I had half a jar. So let's put it roughly at 2 servings. I'm just giving an example here. So let's add that to the diary. Then, of course, I've got to add in some spaghetti. So I had spaghetti here. So add that in, 200 grams of spaghetti, because that's about right. That's cooked weight, by the way. Yeah, so cooked spaghetti, 200 grams. Obviously, 200 grams of dry spaghetti would be considerably higher. So again, I've added in a meal. I've added in another meal. Let's add in a 3rd meal if you're doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, for example. All right, and let's say, for example, I want chicken breast. I'm just using examples here, okay? I like grams. Most of us use grams in England, so just do that, all right? So let's do that. Okay, and I want 200 grams of this. There we go, I've added, I don't know why it's done it twice. Let's remove that off there. Okay, then I'm going to add a jacket potato. And you can literally find pretty much every food on here. All right, so let's say that I had a big jacket potato, okay, that would be like 200 grams. Add that on there. And then again, add a bit of sauce. And I know I've got mayo on here. So where is mayonnaise? Right, I'll just search it. Okay, so mayo. Heinz, because I like Heinz mayo. I'm not biased, I'll eat any mayo. Okay, and I added 15 grams of mayo, which is about tablespoon. And then again, like I said, I don't count my greens because of salad and stuff like that. You can't be counting that. That's ridiculous. Just count the stuff that you know is going to have a pretty high calorie content. So now I know that I have 200 calories left. I've got about 19 grams of protein and 31 grams of carbs. And this is for me to have 1,800 calories. Most of you probably won't even eat this much food. The only time you'd eat this many calories is if you're filling it with crap, okay? So if anything, what this allows you to do, and this 1,800 is just an example, this is just something that's on my page anyway. This 200 here, right, that can just be your snack of whatever, right? So let's just say that I put Quavers, 1 bag. Let's slap 2 bags of Quavers on there, okay? Boom. All right, I've gone over by 13 calories. No one's going to die. Okay, so I'm slightly down on protein. I've gone ever so slightly over on fat. But whatever, I've done 13 extra calories. No one's going to die if you're 13 extra calories over, okay? You don't have to be, calorie for calorie, gram for gram accurate. As long as you're there or thereabouts, that'll do, okay? So that's how you do this. So I'm going to stop sharing that now. Yeah, so using this, Tali, I've just seen your message there. It's a lot easier to use because when you're on the desktop, you can just click through and do it. So bearing in mind, when I've just done that, I've been talking through everything. You can go on, all right? And if you just start adding foods, if I wasn't talking, I could just type in whatever, type in the quantities roughly of what I'm having, click it to add to the diary and it's in. And you can do this, like I said, this could be today, and then tomorrow I could do, a full different day. And then I don't have to keep doing it every day because it's the same foods that you're having every other day. So you know that this day is going to be this many, and then the next day is going to be this many. And once you've done this as well, once you've built up a little bit of a database, you can use, you can basically copy things from a previous one. So let's say a copy from yesterday. Okay, then I can add in yesterday's meal. So let's say it was 2 days time, and if you were doing this religiously every day, you could add in stuff from any meal. All right, so I don't know if I'll have anything tracked for there. Yeah, but just say, for example, let's say I went back a couple of days and I've been doing this quite religiously, then you can just alternate your days. It's mega quick to add. Like I'll just add another one. So just add that and then go on. Just add that. Okay, you get the idea. So you can do this so quickly, it's not even funny. And then again, if you start missing stuff, or if you're wanting to eat a little bit more one day and then the next day not eat so much because you've gone a little bit over any calories by a couple of hundred, then you can just go on here and be like, right, I know that I went 400 calories over my meal, so I just need to get rid of this. So you just go, take that off, and then find something on here, reduce that a little bit, and then you've hit your calorie goal for that day. Okay, so you can auto-regulate that way. So that's all you need to do in MyFitnessPal. So as a reminder, oh, you can't see the screen. Oh God, sorry. 1 sec. I'll do that again. My bad. Right, so I'll do that again. So when you're on here, all right, let's say you went to Friday. I'll put the chat on there. Sorry. Right, so let's say so this is today, yeah, and this is what I'm going to do in a bit. Okay, so I started adding through here, didn't realize that I wasn't sharing the screen. Okay, so I'll do the same here. Okay, so let's say Saturday. Okay, we'll just use Quick Tools, click on there, copy from a date, copy from Thursday the 11th, which is today. Quick Tools, copy from a date, Thursday the 11th. And then copy from a date, Thursday the 11th. So this is how fast you can do it. You can literally throw together a meal plan for a week in about an hour, tops. That's more time, that's less time doing that than people would spend individually than if you were trying to plan through stuff before. All right, so it just makes sense to do it this way if you're going to be this strict with everything. So add this in. Then, like I said, let's say you went slightly over the day before. So you went over by a couple of 100 calories. Then you just remove a day. Okay, so let's remove your Quavers. And then let's remove these ones. okay? And then you know you're going to be in the right place, okay? You want those trousers? Yeah, I'm not going to be, they're not trousers, it's a jumpsuit from New Chick. Yeah, you get hit with ads unless you pay for premium. Okay, so that's how you do this part. So I'm going to stop sharing that and I'm going to quickly show you how to calculate your own calories. All right, and I'm going to do this in Word, so bear with us because, you know, it's the fastest way to show you, okay? So I'm going to open Word. Don't worry, you don't need to see my screen yet. What is it doing? Home, new, blank document. Right, so screen share to here. Okay, so this is how you work out your calories. I'll show you this mega quickly. Again, this is something that I use personally with people if they desperately want something to be done for them. This is to educate you, okay? So if I weigh 90 kilos, okay, so this is my body weight. Right, the first thing that I need to do is work out my calories that I need to lose weight, okay? So how we do this is if you're severely overweight, in fact, no, that's wrong, sorry. Generally for women, you want to times this by 8. So you need your body weight in pounds. So in pounds, and then this is where the calculator comes in. So I might as well just show you on the screen so you see everything. Okay, so in pounds, how we work this out is 90 kilos times 2.2. So I weigh 198 pounds, okay? So 198 pounds. Then for a woman that wants to lose weight, my total calories, okay, I'm a man, so mine would be times 10. But for my total calories, okay, so it would be times 8. So 198 times 8 equals, we'll go in here, so times 8. So I need 1,584 calories to lose weight as a woman. So 1,584, let me double check, okay? So that's how many calories that I need to have each day to make sure that I'm in a calorie deficit. Okay, so my total calories, underline that. Okay, let's work out protein and carbs, right? So this one's super easy to do. So protein, protein. Okay, so my protein is my body weight in pounds. Okay, so 198 grams. Okay, my carbs is 198 grams. Okay, and I'll show you why in a second. So these are the overall calories that you need to have each day. Now, to work out how much protein you need to have each day, you should have roughly somewhere between 0.7 and 1 gram per pound of body weight. Right? This, I'm going through this because people asked. Okay, so this is my body weight, times it by 8, 1,584 calories per day to maintain a deficit. I knew I'd spell that wrong, but yeah, okay. So my protein needs to be between 0.7 grams and 0.1 grams, which means I need to be somewhere between 198 times 0.7. Let's just say 138 grams to 198 grams of protein per day. So let's remove that underline there. Okay. So my carbs need to be the same. Okay, so 0.7 and 1 gram. And you can follow along with this at the end when it's recorded and it's in the member site. Okay. So I need to have between 138 grams and 198 grams. So let's remove that underline so it's neat. Okay. God, this is like painting with Bob. So to work out how many calories this is, you need to times these by 4, okay? Because carbs and protein are the same per gram. So 1 gram of carbs contains 4 calories. 1 gram of protein contains 4 calories. Okay, so I'll show you this. So let's just say, for example, I'm having 138 grams of protein. So I'll get rid of that. 138 times 4 times 4 equals 552 calories. 552 calories. Okay, this one will be exactly the same. 552 calories. But we might as well do 198 as well. So you get the full idea. So 198 times 4. 792. Okay, I hope no one's getting confused with this. If you are, I think you'll be getting it, all right? If you have any questions, just ask. So far what we've done, we've established our body weight, okay? So let's say I'm using myself, right? 90 kilos in pounds, that's 198 pounds. So to do this maths, it's just your body weight in kilograms multiplied by 2.2, okay? 2.2 pounds to 1 kilo. So 90 kilos in pounds is 198 pounds, okay? So I know to be in a calorie deficit, I need to have this many calories a day to maintain my deficit, okay? This is the higher end. To work out my protein, I need to have between 0.7 and 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So somewhere between 138 and 194 grams, okay? Which means that I need to have between 552 and 792 calories from protein. And exactly the same maths applies to your carbs. So to work out the amount of fat that we should have, and this is how you get 40, 40, 20. Okay, so this is that 40% of your calorie intake from protein, 40% from carbs, and then 20% from fat. Okay, how we work out fat. Okay, so fat. Okay, we don't need to worry about the points or whatever. All right, we just need to make up the difference with fat. Okay, it gives us more flexibility in what we can eat. If we went 0 fat, 1, it's going to be really bad for our hormones, and 2, it's going to make eating completely miserable and unsustainable. Okay, so how we work out this is we need to just add these 2 together. So let's remove that underline. Okay, so 552 times 2 equals, I'll just do the maths here for you. Okay, so 552 times 2 equals 1,104. 1,104 calories. So let's remove that underline and that underline. Oh my God. That'll do. Okay, so that's it, calories that you got there. And then 792 times 2, 1,584. So you see you got that there? 1,584, 1,584. Cool. There we go there. So do that, 792 times 2 equals 1,584. So if we were doing this for a woman, because it's times 8, okay? So if you want more fat in your diet, you'll go in the lower end, right? Which will be 1,104. If you were going only protein and carbs, then you'll go the higher end, okay, and then you'd have 1,584 calories made up there. So we need to make sure that we have some fat in our diets, okay? So we have this number here, so we're going to copy this to work out our requirements. All we need to do is this. So we have 1584 minus 1104 equals minus 1104, 480 calories. Okay, so you have 480 calories remaining. Okay, and this is to make up your remaining calories from your diet. So this means that your fat intake, okay, to do this is just this number divided by 9, okay, because there's 9 calories per gram of fat. So if we divide it by 9, so 480 divided by 9 is going to give us 53 grams. So you can have 53 grams of fat. Yeah. You got that? So I'll run through again super quickly. So if our body weight is 90 kilos and we're a woman that wants to lose weight, we need to times this by 2. Okay, so your body weight in kilos multiplied by 2.2 will give us 198 pounds. So I know that my total calories has to be 198 pounds times by 8. This means that I need to have 1,584 calories per day to maintain a calorie deficit. As your weight goes down, you're going to require less calories. But ideally, you'll just continue to be active and you'll just go along with this as long as you can. Don't adjust calories, never adjust calories if your weight continues to drop. If it stops going down, then you either increase your intake of, decrease the amount of food that you take in, or you do more exercise. Never do both. Otherwise, again, it's unsustainable, okay? You try and eat as much as you can, but be more active. So to work out how much protein we need between 0.7 and 1 gram, okay? So for simplicity, we'll just say that we went with the 0.7 route because we want fat in our diets too. So our body weight, okay, 198 pounds times by 0.7, okay, will give us 552 calories. Okay, so again, 198 times by 0.7 equals 552 calories. This maths applies exactly the same again to our carbs. Okay, and I'll put this on a clean sheet in a second, just down here. So now that we know that we have this, we're then going to add these two together to work out how many calories we have remaining for fat. So we've added 552 plus 552 gives us 1,104 calories. There. Which means that to work out our fat requirements to maintain the calorie deficit and have an enjoyable diet, we need to remove 1,104 calories from 1,584 total calories per day. So 1,584, which is here, the amount of calories we need to be in a deficit, minus 1,104 equals 480 calories remaining for fat. So to work out the fat, it's 480 calories, okay, then divided by 9 equals 53 grams. So to clean this up, if your body weight is 90 kilos, then that means 198 pounds, okay, because times, why is it underlining everything? Then we need to find our total calories, 198 times by 8 equals 1,584 calories. So this is how many calories you need to eat to be in a deficit. Protein, okay, is our body weight, so 198 times by 0.7, okay, which would be 552. Carbs, 198 times by 0.7 equals 552 calories. That is 1,104. Sorry, 1,584 calories minus 1,104 calories for protein and carbs means that we have 480 calories for fat. Okay, so 480 divided by 9 equals 53 grams. So once you've done all of this, you can go back to MyFitnessPal. Can you see this on here? Let's see if you can see it. No, we can't see it. One sec. Cool. Right. Okay, so when we're on here, we go to our goals. So go home. Goals. Edit. Then we take this. So I know that I need to have 1,540 calories. Okay, which gives us 154, 154, and 34 according to this. Right, but it's the same principle. So you can either do it this way, or you can work it out hyper-specific, right, and it'll be here. So whichever one you want to do. You can super simplify it by just using the app, or if you want to go mega in depth, then you can do. So you can literally put your own in here. So you can play with these. So if you want less carbs, if you're not a person that likes a lot of carbs, you can put that in, increase your fats. Okay, and you can increase your protein intake, and then it'll give you 100%. Okay, you can adjust it as and where you see fit. Save those changes. Okay, so we know we have these calories on here. Then we go to food. We'll have a look and we'll see that it's adjusted it. So if we go to a new day, okay, let's say for Sunday, we can go through, use the quick tools, a copy from the 11th. Quick tool, copy from the 11th. Quick tool, copy from the 11th. Okay, we're over slightly. So we just reduce one of these so we could get rid of an apple. And we've got 55 calories to play with. So again, that could be a little bit more sauce and something. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's there or thereabouts. That's how easy you can manipulate it. So as your weight goes down and you need to have less calories, then you can just adjust it on there. And that's how easy it is to do. Okay.